Download the My Hingham app today and report issues and get information on town government with ease. Available on the App Store and Google Play. You can submit service requests or gain information with just a few taps on your phone. Using the My Hingham app puts immediate access to town resources in the palm of your hand, including calendars of meetings and events, agendas for upcoming meetings, building permit filing options, online bill payment options, and info about our boards, committees, departments, and services. For more information, please scan the QR code on your screen.
And I will call to order this meeting of the Select Board of the Town of Hingham on February 20th, 2025. The time is 4:00 p.m. Participating in the meeting this evening is Bill Ramsey and myself. Liz Klein is unavailable. This meeting is being held in person and/or remotely as an alternate means of public access pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023 and all other applicable laws, temporarily amending certain provisions of the Open Meeting Law. You are hereby advised that this meeting and all communications during this meeting may be recorded by the Town of Hingham in accordance with the Open Meeting Law. If any participant wishes to record this meeting, please notify the chair at the start of the meeting in accordance with Mass General Laws, Chapter 38, Section 20F, so that the chair may inform all other participants of said recording. Is there anyone else recording? Seeing none, we move to the first item on the agenda, which is to consider the agreement with Williamson Electrical Company, Inc., doing business as Williamson Pump and Motor, to replace a failed check valve, gate valves, and piping at the Bradley Woods Sewer Pump Station, 26 Bradley Woods Drive. Tom, do you want to kick this off?
Sure. Well, I was just going to suggest we hand it over to Russ Tierney.
Sure. Okay, Russ.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks for the quick get together because we got to get this work done. So on Friday, January 24th, we responded to several multiple alarms at the pump station. After some initial investigation and following our process of eliminating different components and pulling the check and checking the pumps, it became evident that we needed to pump down the wet well and inspect the piping and valves. Our inspection of all these components in the wet well revealed an issue with the internal piping, some check valves and gate valves, which have become, plugged and inoperable and causing us to have one pump down. The check valves and other piping has not been replaced since at least 2024 when Steve came on board, because I talked to Steve about that. But it is pretty evident that they might have been the original valves installed in the 1960s, which well exceed their life expectancy of 35 to 50 years. It leaves us with one functioning pump in the system. If that pump fails, we'd have to go to pumping and hauling of sewage, so we need to get this fixed quickly. Okay. The total cost with Williamson is about $79,000. The valves are about $35,000. The pipes are about $30,000, and the new flow meter is about $14,000. We have three separate budgets that we'll be pulling this money from, all which add up to about $300,000 in available balance. So we have plenty of money within those three budgets to cover the cost. We did go after emergency approval from DCAM regarding bidding. I did speak to DCAM, and they did state that they didn't feel it was a project that needed their approval because it's more like a 30B project than a 149S. But they were very happy that we reached out and actually had a conversation with them and sent us an approval letter anyways, just so that we had it for our files. So that's basically the summary.
Are these funds coming out of operational or capital accounts?
One capital, two capital, and one operational. So we did have capital money to do a couple sewer meters this year. So while we have this wide open, the sewer meter had been removed because it failed. We're going to put the new flow meter in because we had the money set aside in a capital account for that. And we do have capital money for emergency sewer repairs. So.
Okay, but you listed contracts that exceed $300,000. Before us today is only the one for $79,000. Is that right?
I'm seeing the balances in those. I'm just making sure we have the money to cover it within the budget.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So I see Clark Frazier on the line. I don't know if there's anything he wanted to add.
Mr. Chairman. This is Kirk, chair
Yeah,
of the
Kirk.
sewer. Yeah, I'm chair of the sewer commission, so I don't want to get into a.
Kirk, I haven't called on you yet. I've recognized Clark.
Well, I didn't know
Yes.
whether we're not posted meeting, the sewer commission.
Oh,
We can't prevent people, the public meeting law cannot be used with a short fused meeting to prevent members of other commissions from attending. So I think that's the rule of necessity applies if there's
so
any.
let me,
Not here to
Clark,
discuss.
Okay, so
Yeah,
let me stop.
let me,
So how,
okay, let me
Clark,
go. I
not
do
Clark.
have one question. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm just speaking
how many members are on the sewer commission?
3, but let's, we're not here to discuss that. The only question I have
Clark,
is, I
I'm
know,
gonna,
yeah,
okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna, okay, just hold off. So Kirk, you're right. So we have a majority of the sewer commission here. Is that right?
Yes, and I'm chairman this year.
Okay, got it. So I think whether or not anyone speaks is not necessarily the deciding factor. It's whether or not you have an item on which the commission has the authority to act before you. And if you do, then it is an open meeting law issue. And I think the short notice does not excuse performance. If anything, would require an adjournment of the board so it could be properly noticed. So I guess I will ask the question: is this an item? And I'm asking the chair of the commission: is this an item that is within the jurisdiction of the commission to act?
It is, but we won't be doing that tonight.
Okay, so whether or not you're doing it tonight, it's within your jurisdiction, so that's the issue. So if that's the case, then we can only have one member of the commission here participating at the meeting. If someone else dials in, well, that's if someone here is here participating not as a member of the commission but as a member of the public, then they can certainly listen in. But there should be no deliberation by members of the commission. So I will ask the chair who you would designate. Is there someone from the commission who it would be authorized to speak here?
That would be the chairman, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so then Clark, then I regretfully am going to ask you not to comment, and I will ask who's ever monitoring this to make sure that he's muted so that his comments are not on the record. And he can certainly listen in as a member of the public, but not participate. I just do not want there to be any deliberation or anything perceived as deliberation by the commission. So with that, I will ask then Dr. Schultz if you have any comments you'd like to make.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Thank you. This particular contract is above $50,000. So with the with the consolidation agreement, it's something that Mr. Tierney can't act on. And so where it's an emergency, we have an internal board policy that emergencies that exceed the budgetary allotment for that emergency services, 80,000, then it would go through this expedited manner, which is the proper thing. We need to get this done. And so I see nothing wrong with the board voting on this in an affirmative manner, and to expedite it is the appropriate way of going about it per discussion of the commission in the past.
Awesome. That's great. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Tom, is there anything else you want to add?
Nope. I'm in agreement.
Okay. Is there any member of the public who would like
Bill.
to comment? I'm sorry.
Bill Ramsey. Okay.
Oh, Bill, I'm sorry. I forgot you were on the phone. Sorry, Bill.
Hey, no problem. Yeah, I'm a board member. I'm also a member of the public.
Yes, yes. You're being called on as a member of the board.
It's easy to forget that. I totally get it. Appreciate the input, Kirk. I've spoken with Tom. It sounds like time is of the essence here. Obviously, time is of the essence with most sewer repair issues, particularly when we go down to one. It's my understanding that we don't need to get into it, but I think each station has 2 pumps. I think that's right, and I know when one goes, there's a real pressing need to get that one running. So you always have one in a backup. So
Right.
and the time is of the essence here, and I am prepared to move forward and appreciate the input, Kirk.
Yes. Bill, thank you. Tom, is there anything else you wanted to add?
Nope, I think we're good.
Okay. So then at this point, now not only am I prepared to accept the motion, I'm going to make the motion. I move to authorize the town administrator to sign the agreement with Williamson Electrical Company, Inc., DBA Williamson Pump and Motor, to replace a failed check valve, gate valves, and piping at the Bradley Wood Sewer Pump Station, 26 Bradley Woods Drive, in an amount not to exceed $79,109, and to ratify the town administrator's actions taken in connection with the execution of that agreement.
Second that motion.
Go, roll call vote. Bill?
Aye.
Liz is not here. Myself, Joe Fisher, aye. The motion passes. Thank you, and thanks for all members of the commission, present or not, who have really facilitated and support the town. We really appreciate it. So I believe that concludes all items scheduled on the agenda. I will take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second that. A roll call vote. Bill?
Aye.
And I'm an aye as well. We are adjourned at 4:12. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
We recognize that taking time to visit, call, or email our town departments to report issues in Hingham doesn't always fit your schedule. Are you looking for an easier way to communicate with the town? Well, now there's an easier way. With the My Hingham mobile app, you can submit service requests or gain information with just a few taps of your phone. To get started, simply download the My Hingham app from the Apple App Store or Google Play, or simply scan our QR code to get the access to the app that's best for your phone. Once you've opened the app, select the Submit a Service Request button. From there, you can choose the type of request you want to submit, whether it's a pothole, a fallen tree, or something else. You'll then be prompted to take a photo of the issue and provide a brief description. You can also use the app to track the status of your issue and receive updates. Using My Hingham puts immediate access to town resources in the palm of your hand, including calendars of meetings and events, agendas for upcoming meetings, building permit filing options, online bill payment options, information about our boards, committees, departments, and services. So why wait? Download the My Hingham app today and report issues and get information on town government with ease.